All right, well here we are at video 10, and it's time to make some decisions. We've got a campaign up and running. We've tweaked it for a couple days, and now we need to decide, just where we're headed with it. Okay, and hopefully you've got, a couple of these. You're either doing them, you can do them one at a time, or you can do. I usually try and do 2 or 3 at a time because I have zero patience. But you can absolutely do them one at a time as well. It just depends on, what your comfort level is, and maybe in the beginning you start with just one at a time. But obviously, same theme here. We want to lose the losers as fast as we can. We want to spend the least amount possible to find all the the losers and the winners, and we want to identify the winners and shift our focus so that we can move on to scaling that, tweaking it, and making it all that it can be. Right. So here are the reasons to walk. Okay, now listen. These are the general rules that I use. Okay, you'll probably develop your own over time. But these have served me well. Okay, if you've reached your budget that you set out, and again, I think I've mentioned before, I usually try and budget about $500 per opportunity. Okay, you can budget less. It's all about your risk tolerance and kind of what you're trying to achieve and how fast. Okay, but if you've reached your budget and you've made no sales, you're gone. It's just not for you. It could be a million things, but chances are, if you're so off the mark that you haven't made any sales, you're not going to fix it anytime soon. Move on, work smarter on something else. If you've got at least 500 clicks or so, and your overall conversion rate is less than 0.025, that should actually be 0.025%. Okay, so not 0.025. So in other words, another way to look at that is if you've gotten over 500 clicks and you've made 2 sales or less, bail. It's time to get out. Again, chances are it's so broken that you're just not going to be able to get to it. You're not going to be able to fix it. If after you get 500 clicks, you've spent, no matter how many sales you made, if you spent 4 times what you made in sales, okay? So let's say you spent, you've spent $800, just to make the math easy for me, $800, which you probably wouldn't unless that was your budget, and you only made $200 in sales. I don't care if your conversion rate's 50%. The campaign is so broken from just a mathematical standpoint, as far as what you're bidding and all that kind of good stuff, that you're not going to fix it anytime soon. Okay. Now, again, could I take one of these campaigns and work on it for months and someday maybe break even or get profitable? Maybe, possibly, but I don't want to do that. And you don't want to do that. You want to move on to the ones that give you that little light that you can see, that brass ring that you can see, and then you want to just get all over those. Okay? So those are the 3 big reasons to just run away as fast as you can. Here are the 3 big reasons that you want to just embrace this campaign, live, eat, breathe it, think about it 24/7. You need to wait about a week, okay, so 7 days or so, or at least 500 clicks to sort of settle the campaign down, okay? But if the overall conversion rate is greater than or equal to 0.05%, so that means for every 200 clicks you're getting a sale, this is something you're going to be able to make work, okay? You're absolutely going to be able to. And then further, no matter what the conversion rate, if the sales are equal to about 50% of the total spend, so if you've spent $500 but you made $250, you're going to be able to find a way to make this work, okay, through going on to video 11 and doing scale, and then obviously doing the bid optimization over time. If one or more of these 3 things are happening, again, after you've waited a week or so and you've gotten 500 clicks, you need to go after this campaign. It's a winner, okay? It will be a winner anyway. And here's reasons to kind of hang in there. You're not sure yet, okay? And this is a judgment call. If you've, again, waited about a week or 500 clicks to settle a campaign down, if the overall conversion rate is greater than 0.025%, okay, and if you've spent less than 4 times your sales, okay, then stay with it. Keep optimizing and get at least another 250 to 500 clicks. You might have a winner. It's borderline. We need a little bit more information, and it's probably worth going after, okay? So what do you do next? You found one that works. Obviously, if you found one that's sort of a hang in there one, then you probably don't want to scale yet. you want to just do the constant tweaking to increase profitability. Okay, so you want to follow the video 9, the management process. Okay, you want to do it every 2 to 3 days and see if you keep weeding out the bad keywords, lowering your bids, raising your bids, whatever you need to be doing, and following all those steps. So tweak the campaign every 2 to 3 days. But if you find a winner, what do you do next? Scale. You need to be all over this campaign, okay? Because this is going to be the $100,000 a year campaign for you, right here. You know, if it met those metrics there for whether it was a winner or not, this could be huge, okay? So it's all about scale, and I invite you to go to video 11 because you will hear all about the different ways to just explode the campaign, okay? So scale, huge issue, and something that people just don't do enough of. And then constant tweakings to increase the profitability. So you do the scaling suggestions in video 11, and then you follow video 9's management process, bidding management process. For the first 30 days, do it every 2 to 3 days. Absolutely, every 2 to 3 days. It's almost like you start the stats over every 2 to 3 days, okay? When you're looking at the stats, don't look at them, the all-time stats. You know, if you started your campaign 2 weeks ago, don't look at 2 weeks worth of stats. Always look at 2 to 3 days worth of stats at a time, okay, as you're tweaking. In the second 30 days of a campaign, do it once a week, okay? And then after you've played around with the campaign for 60 days, probably doing it monthly is just fine, okay? And frankly, after a while, as I said on several of my campaigns, I don't really do it much at all anymore, okay? I just let the money roll in. So that's it. That's the secret. Those are the things to be looking for. You want reasons to run away from a campaign as fast as you can, okay? So I've given you those. You want some reasons to hang in there sometimes, depending on your risk tolerance and how you feel. It's a gut feel. These are absolutely not scientific, you must do this, you must do that, but they are what I follow. And then you've got the guidelines for choosing a winner. And then once you choose a winner, you do this. Absolutely do this. Ruthless. Be ruthless in your scaling. Okay, because here you found something that will be profitable. You now just need to get volume and scale. The old saying is, if you can make 1 penny online, the only thing from stopping you from making 1 million, right, is scale. I mean, that's it. So you've got to figure out a way to get more traffic. Okay. All right. So I'm hopeful that you found a winner after you went through all this, and go on to video 11 and figure out how to milk it.